there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78, back again with the last of my pickup videos. I just wanted to share with you guys the last part of stuff that I've added to the vault. First it was comic books, then I changed it up with movies, and here's the other stuff that I've added. Not that much, but still enough to make a video out of. Now, bought these two things for my daughter, because I do want her to, hopefully she'll get into the comic book thing. I don't want to fall into that trap of, wanting to force it upon her. That's something I just don't want to do. I don't want her to feel pressure in any way to like the stuff that I like. If it happens naturally, then cool. I'll be super happy. But if not, I'll go along with whatever she likes, and it'll be okay. But if she does end up liking the nerdy, geeky stuff that I like, that'll be cool. But for now, I bought her this Wonder Woman tiara. This originally, if memory serves me right, let's see if I can confirm that. Yes. This was part of the Superhero Girls line of action figures and accessories that McDonald's came out with. You can see here Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth, and here's the Superhero Girls logo. So they came out with a bunch of little action figures and this tiara. But last time I went to a McDonald's, when they had that promotion going, the only one I could find is Wonder Woman. And I wanted to get her Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and Harley Quinn. Supergirl. But I found this at a flea market, and I had to buy it for her because it'll be perfect for her little, little head. So yeah, she'll be able to use that and be Wonder Woman. I also found this Wolverine mask. It's a kid-size Wolverine mask. But unlike the Wolverine mask that I have, it has a little opening here which kind of looks like eyelashes. So I figured, well, this will be perfect for my daughter because it's small. It doesn't fit my big head at all. As you can see. Barely covers my head. Unlike the other Wolverine mask that I have. So I figured this would be perfect for her. So she can be X-23, who, like I mentioned in my comic book video, she's the legacy character that took the mantle of Wolverine when Wolverine died, and handled very well, actually, I thought. So yeah, she could be either X-23 Wolverine or Wonder Woman. So I thought personally that was pretty cool. Didn't pick up that many Nerf guns. I picked up some ammo. I picked up a Boomco clip, 20-round clip with its appropriate darts. And I found a bag of Nerf ballistic balls that work great with the buzzsaw that I bought a while ago. So I've actually been able to cut down on Nerf buying for two reasons. One, I haven't actually bought any Nerf guns because I haven't had the funds to do so. And two, because it's been getting kind of hard to actually find Nerf guns. I suspect that I created my own competition when, I would go to the flea markets and buy a number of guns. People started noticing that. They must have thought I was a reseller. So the people that I would find cheap guns from have started to jack up their prices. And resellers are starting to buy all the Nerf guns from me so they can resell them at higher prices. But we don't really have a Nerf community here in Mexico. It's just me and the cosplayers. Cosplayers do hunt down Nerf guns so they can repaint them and repurpose them for their costumes. But I did find two. I found this little baby. I've been trying to collect the Dart Tag Nerf blasters. And this is a Fury Fire, I think. It's not printed anywhere, but this is a revolver style gun. You just pump it forward and shoot your dart. So yeah, all of this line and the earlier End Strike are reverse plunger. So there's very little you can actually do as far as upgrade. Then maybe remove the air restrictors, put in a different kind of spring. But yeah, I'm just missing a replacement for my Snapfire 8, a Power Fire, I think it's called, the Jolt version, which is the Eliminator, and that's it. I'll have all the Dart Tag blasters. And also, and this one I'm super stoked about, I found a vintage 1996 Star Tours blaster. It has a weird rattle on the front part, but it shoots. It doesn't shoot darts in any way, but it does light up, and it does have the sound effect. If, like an idiot, I would have left the batteries in when I before recording this. I usually tend to do that. I take out all the batteries on all my electronic things because, you know, if you leave batteries inside, but the humidity, the heat, and stuff like that, it'll make the batteries leak acid and it'll mess up your electronic toys something fierce. So I always take out the batteries, especially something that's this old. It's 21 years old. I took out the batteries because I don't know if they were fresh batteries. I don't know if they were the original batteries that came with the blaster. So I just took them out, and but yeah, it still works. Has a little crosshair here, but it doesn't shoot any sort of darts, just lights and sound. But again, 21 years old, and this baby is still, you know, functional. And it's Star Tours from the ride at Disneyland, and this, you know, I like keeping things vintage, as they are originally. That's why I haven't actually gotten into trying out painting something. There is a double-shot shotgun, Busby double-shot shotgun that broke. That one I might gut for parts, and that would be the first attempt at painting something after that broken Nest gun that Nest Sapper, I'm sorry, that I turned into a silver looking blaster. But since then I've seen a couple of more paint mod videos, so hopefully that shotgun will come out pretty cool. But this one I think I'll leave as is because it's a good, awesome Star Wars collectible straight from the Star Tours ride in the Disney park. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I am a sucker for anything Star Wars related, so yeah. On to some books. I found this book. It's the history of film and cinema. No, of cinema in film? No. It's the history of world cinema. It's basically a book. It's in Spanish, but it's a book that showcases the history of films up to 1986. Yeah, 1986. So it has a whole bunch of articles and talk about the silent era, and then it goes to the early talkies, film in other countries. So, you know, as a film buff, and this is pretty cool just to read and find out new things about a hobby and a form of art that I thoroughly enjoy, which is movies. So I thought this was pretty cool for your, you know, your movie-loving person. I have to leave it here on the floor. The next thing I bought is this big-ass book. It's Leonardo, A Portrait of a Renaissance Man. Leonardo da Vinci, it's one of those historical people that I enjoy reading about. For two reasons. One is because the guy was a genius. He was a painter. He studied anatomy. He was an inventor. He invented a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, I don't know if he was really, if any of that was actually put into any sort of thing, because they were weird designs. Rumors say that he was part of the Illuminati, and you know, if you read and saw the Da Vinci Code, he plays a big part of that, and his work plays a big part in that book and film too. So he's a big deal, and also it's because Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is based off him. Leonardo's based. His name is based on is an inspiration on Leonardo da Vinci. So yeah, this is a big book. Has a bunch of drawings and sketches and statues and this stuff from Leonardo da Vinci. So this is pretty cool. I already have a book in Spanish. It's a much smaller book detailing more of his life. And this one is cool because it details more of his work. So I thought that was pretty amazing. And the other big book purchase I did, and I'm a little bummed out because it got damaged on the way home, but I picked up the massive 400-page book, The Legend of Zelda Art and Artifacts. This baby is 400 pages big. It took a big hit on the way home on the corner, and a bigger hit here on the back. It got a really bad dent, and that bugs me because this thing was not cheap. It was $40, but it is beautiful. It is a massive Bible-ish book that has artwork from The Legend of Zelda, from the NES game up to Breath of the Wild. It has scans of the cards. Promotional material, interviews. This baby is huge. Hyrule Historia was about half of this, and it's only a $5 difference. This cost me, well, it didn't actually cost me $40 because at the comic book store that I go to, I get a discount because I pay a fee so I can get a discount on comic books and stuff like this. So I didn't quite pay the $40, but I would still gladly pay the $40. It's a beautiful book, and I might actually just make a video on this baby later on. But yeah, it bugs me that it got a dent here and a dent here. This one you can't quite make out, but this one is pretty bad. It got dented really bad. But it's a beautiful book. On the back says, The Legend of Zelda series has produced some of the most iconic and memorable artwork in video game history. Nintendo has thrown open the vault to collect your favorite masterpieces from this storied franchise, as well as rare and never before seen content. The Legend of Zelda Art and Artifacts contains over 400 pages of illustrations from the first 30 years of the series. This oversized hardcover includes game box art, official character designs, artwork from the instruction booklets, sketches, rare promotional pieces, pixel art, a fold-out poster, interviews with the artist, and much more. It is a beautiful piece of art. I love The Legend of Zelda. It's by far my favorite video game franchise of all time. And this thing is like a must-have for any Zelda lover. And I love this book. It's heavy as hell and it's big, but it's gorgeous. Picked up some CDs. I've gotten back into buying CDs for myself and for my wife. For the wife, I picked up Michael Bublé, Crazy Love. My gorgeous wife loves Michael Bublé. Also picked up The Killers, Hot Fuzz. I really like a lot of the songs from this CD. Has nice beats. I don't tend to like specific genres, and there are certain bands that I'm pretty loyal to. Mostly if the song is catchy and it has nice beat and it gets me like that, I'll dig it. And this one has a lot of cool songs. Plus, it's called Hot Fuzz, which also is the name of a movie that I like. So, double awesomeness. I picked up The Cure Mixed Up. I really like The Cure. And this one is a lot of remixes of their songs, plus some re-recordings. On some of their songs, they lost the original audio, so they re-recorded some of them in this one. It's very interesting to hear the difference between these remix versions and the original ones. These remixes are done by The Cure. It's not done by anyone else. It's not a cover or anything. It's themselves remixing their own music. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I picked up Santana's Supernatural. This one has a amazing set list. There's a bunch of songs here that are really cool, and they have really nice rhythm. So super happy that I picked up that. Also, again, Michael Bublé. I picked up Michael Bublé's Christmas for the wife. She almost has all of the Michael Bublé CDs. She's only missing a couple. So I've been able to track and get for her a lot of those. And a friend of mine at work saw this and picked it up for me. And it's a jewel case version of Metallica's Saint Anger. I've seen Saint Anger, and it comes in like a cardboard box thing. This one is jewel case. Okay, with the book, the CD, and a lot of people don't like Saint Anger. I will freely admit it's not the best Metallica CD, but I like it. I like the band. I like Metallica, and it does have a couple of songs that I like the beat, and it's, like I said, as long as it has a beat, I'm cool with it. So yeah, I'm only missing Death Magnetic now, and I am missing the new one, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, and I'll have all of the Metallica CDs, the main Metallica CDs. I still have to get like live concerts and remixes and stuff like that. Lastly, going to talk about some video games. I picked up, I was going through a CD box. One moment. Hey! Oh dear. Allergies are acting up. So I went through a flea market, and this lady had a box of CDs, and I was going through it, and it didn't have anything really cool, to me anyway. Had a whole bunch of Christian music and some other bands that I don't recognize. But in between those boxes, she had a PlayStation 1 game. Usually PlayStation 1 games fetch a pretty penny still. But this one was in there, and I asked her how much, and she gave it to me for a CD price. I told her it was a video game, not a CD. Because I felt bad, buying a video game from a CD box. But she's like, I don't care, it's still the same CD price. So I paid 75 cents for this. No, it's 50 cents. 50 cents for this. It's a Bug's Life for the PlayStation 1. But the cool thing, it's developed by Traveler's Tales, who now do the very awesome Lego video games. So yeah, I would have preferred to have gotten this on the N64, because the N64 is always my favorite console when it comes to games that were released on the 64 or on the PlayStation. But I haven't come across a Bug's Life on 64, so this popped up. I'm going to get it, of course. Went to a pawn shop, and I picked up some PlayStation 3 games. First one I picked up is Batman Arkham Origins. Also would have preferred to have gotten this on the Wii U. I might still get the Wii U version, because I like supporting Nintendo. But the Wii version is still $20. That has not gone down. New or used. For some reason, it's the same price. So, okay, I want to play the game. It's the last Batman game that I have yet to play. So I've played Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. I just needed Arkham Origins, and now I have it, and I can't wait to play this baby. Because this is a prequel to Arkham Asylum. Also picked up Kingdom Hearts HD Remix 2.5. This is, of course, an HD updated version of Kingdom Hearts 2. It's actually Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which was released in Japan. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which is a PSP game that came out, and the cinematics for Kingdom Hearts Recoded, which I believe came out on the DS. So I already have Kingdom Hearts HD Remix 1.5, so it's cool to have the second one. Because I have the original Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation 2, but this one has updated graphics, it has trophy support and other good stuff, so yeah, always cool to have that. My brother is selling off some of his PlayStation 2 games. I'm sorry, his PlayStation 3. He's in a bit of a bind, so he has to sell some stuff. And to help him out and increase my collection, I bought some stuff from him. But recently, he finally decided to sell me this, and that's The Last of Us. In a lot of lists, this is the #1 best PlayStation 3 game that the system has. It's sort of like a zombie apocalypse, but it's not. It's about this fungus that overtakes. It's an actual fungus that really exists, that invades an ant's brain and controls it. So it forces the ant to go to the colony, and it spreads its spores and contaminates other people, other ants. And this is kind of the same thing. It's this fungus, that type of fungus, but it's mutated to infect humans. So now humans become these ravenous creatures, and as the fungus is growing in their brain, they turn into these like mutants. But it's mostly the story about the main character and Joel and Ellie. That Joel has to guide Ellie to a safe spot where they're going to find a cure with her blood because she's immune to the virus. A lot of comparisons to this and Logan, the Logan movie, because it's an old, beaten down guy trying to guide this girl to a safe place. There's actually a screenshot of the game, and then they compare it with the screenshot from the movie, and it looks very similar. So it all goes back to Logan recently. Also, picked up for the Wii U, because I gotta give Nintendo some love. This was on a clearance at Walmart, and I have the Wii Balance Board, but I don't have this game. And I picked up the Wii Fit U version of Wii Fit. I have Wii Fit on the Wii, and I also have Wii Fit Plus on the Wii. It's a fun game. It comes with a balance board, and you have to like balance yourself to do a couple of exercises and fun activities. This one is the upgraded version for the Wii U. You can use the gamepad, the balance board, and it also has a little like buckle thing. It's like a little pedometer that you carry around with you as you're walking, and it registers how many steps you do, and then it links to the Wii U version, and it tells you how much calories you burned. This will be great for me and the wife, because we are trying to lose some weight. So yeah, $15 at Walmart. It's the game with the pedometer. I thought, sure, why not? And the biggest thing I bought, the biggest thing I bought, is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I went all out with Zelda this time. I bought the book, and I bought this game. Unfortunately, of course, I can't afford Nintendo Switch. I would love to buy that console, but I just don't have the money to buy a Nintendo Switch. And when I went when I crossed the border the last time I actually went there, when I went to pick up the comic books, they had a whole bunch of game cases for Breath of the Wild for the Switch, but they had no Switch consoles. Everything was sold out. But I went to a Walmart, a different Walmart than where I bought the Wii Fit U, and they had three copies of Breath of the Wild for the Wii U. And I was like, I can't afford it. It's too much. It's $60. It's too much. So I got out there. We continued doing our shopping, and then I went back, and there were 2 copies left. And I'm like, oh crap, I can't afford it. It's too much money. No, I can't do it. So we went back and finished shopping, and by this I was getting all stressed out because I really wanted to play Zelda, and they were selling out. They had 1 copy left. And my mom was like, I'll let you borrow the money. You can pay me at the end of the month. Just take the money, calm the hell down, and just buy your game. So she let me borrow the money, and I bought the game. It was the last copy that they had at that Walmart. And then we went to a Target, and they didn't have any copies. And when I bought the Wii Fit U, they didn't have any copies there either. So because you can't find the Nintendo Switch. So a lot of people that want to play Zelda will obviously buy the Wii U version because that's the console that they have. So I knew that was going to happen. I knew that the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild was going to sell out. So I had to snap it, and I did. And I've been playing it, and it is amazing. It is an open world game. The graphics are beautiful. I've seen comparison videos between the Wii U version and Switch version, and yes, the Switch version does look prettier, more detailed and stuff. But this one on the Wii U, it still looks amazing. The visuals look cool. There's no slowdown. There's no graphic glitches. Everything runs smoothly. Everything looks beautiful, and it's an open world. I mean, you start off in a small area that feels big, and then you get the item that you need, and then you jump this giant wall, and the whole world is open to you. You can go to the Sora's domain, which is in the water. You can go to the mountains. You can scale the tallest mountain that you see. You can go up there and scale it. The only thing is that as you go up, it gets colder, so you have to equip warm clothes. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It's an amazing game. It's the first Zelda game that uses voices. Zelda speaks in this, and as do other characters. I've already defeated my first dungeon, and it has a lot of feeling to it because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a beautiful game. It's an immense game. It's an impressive game. It's this, unless they release anything else, this is the last game released for the Wii U, and what a way to close off the console. It's gorgeous. I love this game. I still need to play it a bit more. There are some things I don't particularly like. It has a very Dark Cloud kind of mechanic where you have weapons, but if you use them, they break, and that gets frustrating when you're trying to beat this monster, and all your freaking weapons break. And of course, when you get the Master Sword, that's not gonna break because it's the Master Sword, but it is getting kind of frustrating that I'm trying to progress through the game and all my freaking weapons keep breaking. But that's my only complaint. It's a gorgeous game. I freaking love this. But I do have to play it a bit more to determine how high this ranks in my Zelda list. Because my all-time favorite game of the series is Ocarina of Time, followed in a tie between Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess. Those two are tied because I like what they did there. And then Link to the Past and all the others. But this one actually might dethrone Link to the Past and Wind Waker, and it might even dethrone Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess. It'll never beat Ocarina of Time because Ocarina of Time means a lot to me. But this game so far is building up to be something special. This is gorgeous. And if I can ever afford and find the Switch, I'll definitely buy the Breath of the Wild for that console because of course it's designed for that, and just as this is designed for this. So yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah, that was the pickup video. I think I went a little farther than I would have liked for what I actually had to showcase. Like always, I like to recommend the standouts of the haul, and because I am a huge Zelda mark, I'm going to recommend the book. It's $40. You could probably get it cheaper in Amazon through a deal or stuff like that, but this thing is beautiful. I think I actually will make a review of it. If you have a Wii U, buy Breath of the Wild. You will not regret it. It's open world. It's huge. It's so many dynamics, so many new things that they implemented. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I am playing the hell out of it, and I don't even know what percentage I'm actually in the story. I mean, I've been just coursing through the world, doing random stuff, and like I said, I just beat my first dungeon yesterday. So that's impressive how much detail it went into this game. So definitely play that if you can. But that's this pickup video, guys. Thanks so much for watching and hearing me talk about these awesome stuff that I've gotten. Well, awesome to me. If you think they're awesome, you're my kind of people. But it's awesome to me, and I like buying these things. I like talking about these things, and I like sharing these things to you all. So hopefully you enjoy these videos. But Until I see you all again, this was Vargas XX78 from the Vargas Vault, thanking you all and signing out.